What's up, my homeboys, homegirls, brothers, and sisters? Countless Ghost Haunch all night. I'm sorry I didn't do a Christmas vlog. My battery went dead. I had to charge it, so my next door neighbor's moving stuff. Anyway, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all you out there. So, I just had a conversation with my dad, and he feels that, like, I'm becoming, like, the kind of son who literally beg his family for stuff instead of... It's like... He thinks that, like, I just, like, call my family whenever I want something or even need something. But, dude, I feel regretful not calling my grandmother on Christmas. But at the same time... Dude, I don't have a phone. My phone got damaged a couple of weeks ago. So how could I have been able to make a call? I mean, it's not damaged all the way where, like, it's not fully working, where, like, it's completely dead. But it's like, it's not functioning to where I can't make a call or pretty much play a video or do any of that. It's like, he thinks that I just call my family whenever I want something or even need something. And he says that's some bullshit. You want to talk about bullshit, dude? How about the fact that I don't have a working phone? Let me see. Oh, yeah. You hung up on my mom when she was trying to give it to you straight. That, like, I've been... It's like, I really do appreciate my mom getting me all this stuff. These hoodies, this necklace, boots. Brand new pair of boots. Freshly made. Oh, sorry, like, freshly bought off of Zappos. Like, it's like... My dad, he hasn't been there for me ever since I was a kid. And I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him for that. But it's like... This is like the first time out of all these years that I've ever called him up and asked him for something. The first time, dude. It's like me and my mom have been struggling ever since we've been evicted from Briar Creek, and that was like a few years ago. Like, we didn't have a car, we didn't have money, we didn't practically have shit to do or anything that we wanted, or pretty much to buy anything that we needed. And it's like, this crappy ass apartment on Skyland was the only one that we could afford. I hate to diss Grid Town like that, but it's like, this is not the kind of neighborhood that, like, I would want to have grown up in. Not saying that I have. I mean, I've grown up in Briar Creek ever since I was a kid. But it's like, thank God I did not grow up in this hellhole of a neighborhood. The apartment is crappy as fuck. It's like, we got roaches, we got mice, we got I think, like, this apartment was, like, made back in the goddamn, like, 1920s or something. It's literally old as hell. It's like, we have been struggling ever since we've been evicted from Briar Creek. We've had to move from, like, one place to the other. We stayed over at, Lisa's and Scott's back in Briar Creek. Then, all of a sudden, we moved over to Kiki's. And then, all of a sudden, I was having problems over there. So on and so forth. So I had to go live with my grandma for at least like a year or so, until finally my mom got an apartment on Cascade Circle. But them apartments are gone now. That's why we moved here, because them apartments were going to be torn down to the ground and possibly turned into condos or something. But anyway, so yeah, it's literally been hard for me living with my grandma, like being separated from my mother for about a year. So it's like, it's been really hard. And I was being bullied by this kid. It's like, he just was not, like, leave me the fuck alone. It's like, he just kept on, like, constantly messing with me, threatened to beat my ass. And so I said that, you know what, I'm going to commit suicide. Yeah, that's right. I said I will commit suicide. But then I got help from that. I went to behavioral health. I talked to a counselor, so on and so forth. Then I think on December 18th, right before my winter break had even started, that's when we moved here on 2015, December 18th. And we've been living here for almost 3 years now. And like once 2018 hits within like next week, it'll be like 4 years now. I'm just ready to move from this apartment. It's literally the worst one that I could have ever, that like me and my mom could have ever picked. But it's the only one that we could have afford because we didn't have pretty much shit. And I feel like that like we're running out of options. Anyway, back to my dad. So he claims that that's some bullshit, that I call my family whenever I want or even need something. But it's like, dude, I would have called my grandma. I feel regretful not doing that, but at the same time, I do not have a working phone. So how could I have called? Hell, mom wouldn't even let me. Mom probably wouldn't even let me use her phone. So it's like, I've practically, like, haven't called. It's like I haven't celebrated Christmas with my grandparents or even, like, my other family. When I was a little kid, we would used to, like, well, I used to go over to my grandma's every time back when I was living in Briar Creek. Every Sunday before I went home and had dinner and then went home, we'd always go to church. Like, I used to be a Christian man. I still am. It's been a couple of years now ever since I've been in church. I always wanted to technically get baptized, wash all my sins away. You know, start a new life. Anyway. So my dad technically hung up on my mom because she was technically, about to give it to him straight. I don't even know if he's gonna be over here anytime soon. After that shit, like, I don't know if he's gonna be come over. Guys, it's been a really straight up power struggle for all of us. We've literally had to live here for about 3 years. Like, the last 2 years, sort of good. I mean, it was horrible as fuck, but still. It's like, I'm just ready to move from this neighborhood. I want to live somewhere much nicer. Somewhere where there are not roaches or even mice. Somewhere that, where the bathtub doesn't look horrible. Or how about, somewhere, where, what's the word I'm looking for? It's like, back then I didn't have a camera. So I didn't become a YouTuber back then, but it's like I'm becoming one now. But it's like, we've had to hear numerous gunshots almost every twice or even 3 times a year. It's been really hard for us. And this girl, Brianna Davis, she is so, on my last year, because I graduated last school year. I'm not currently in college or anything like that right now, but I mean, I plan to do that. Anyway, this girl, Brianna Davis, has made my last final year at Myers Park High School a living hell. How about, for instance, because so she called me fast one time, right? I chased her, and then all of a sudden, I was just sort of playing around, and then I gave her a chance to walk away, and then she screams at me like I was not gonna attack, like I'm not that type of person. I was giving her a direct chance to just go, first. But you know what? To avoid a further annoying ass headache, I decided to go first. I left. Then the next day at school, I see my friends over there in the cafeteria. I go over to say hi. Brianna just happened to be just right by them. And then all of a sudden she's screaming like I'm attacking her. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? What the hell am I even doing? Nothing. That's what. Then all of a sudden, Mr. Freeland comes over, tells me to stop filming, so you know what I do. But then after he leaves, after he scolds me for filming Brianna, which was unintentional, I bring my camera back up, and then like I'm just like currently ranting about how he's just jumping down my throat. It's like, it was literally annoying. Then Brianna Davis, she had to make matters even worse. She literally went to Officer Leak and told him that I threatened to kill her and stalked her at her house at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, okay, number one, I'm never awake at 1 o'clock in the morning. And even if I am, I'm never out of the house. My mom would have known. Even if I tried to sneak past Simone, my cousin. Like, they literally would have known that I was going out of the house. So how, or I could have went out the window. Either way, I would never stalk someone. And number two, when have I ever threatened to kill that woman? To kill that girl? Not once. Not once. So therefore, that lie has pretty much costed me my bus ride on like my regular bus. I had to change buses. Sorry, I had spit. Which was a pain in the ass. And number two, I got currently suspended for, I think, 3 days. It's like, it's bad enough that Mr. Freeland had to jump down my throat for unintentionally filming her. And it's like, in order to make matters worse, you had to act like the innocent little victim, which you are not, and lie to Officer Leak about me stalking you and threatening to kill you. It's like, what? It's like, WTF? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, honestly, what the actual living hell is wrong with you? I haven't seen, and for like these past few months, like this year, I haven't seen her for a while, so I assume that either she moved or either she is staying. She might not probably be going to Myers Park anymore. As like, so this is where I currently live, right? Skyland Avenue. This is my apartment. This is where I would normally get off. But thanks to Brianna and her bullshit lies, I had to catch a bus all the way over there on Bunchy and Birkeland. Bunchy and Birkeland. That's like that's about like 40 feet away, right from where I'm standing, right from where I'm sitting, right from where I live. I had to numerously walk all the way, from Bunchy, Birkeland to Skyland just to get to my house. That is some straight up bullshit. And every time she would see me, she would mock me and my YouTube channel. And I'm like, bitch, if you not get the fuck away from me, I'm literally going to flip my lid. And I would never say kill you. Like, bitch, I'm going to fucking kill you if you not get the fuck away from me. No, I did not say that. I said, in the back of my mind, I'm like, if you not get away from me, I'm going to flip my lid. Because, like, you're literally trying to, like, get a reaction at me. You're literally trying to get me to do something just to get me in trouble. Well, I'm not falling for it. So I went down to the police station. I've been questioned. I've answered all the questions truthfully, especially about stalking Brianna and threatening to kill her, which I never do. Like, no. I said no. I have never, not once, ever did that. I mean, I know where she lives, but I would not go all the way over. It's like, does it look like that I'm wearing black every night? Does she even think that I would have the energy to stay near her apartment, like not that close, but like to stay at least like 10 feet away from like right where she's living and have binoculars watching her undress and like talking to someone? Do I look like that type of person? Hell no. Hell to the fuck no. I am not that type of person. I am not a stalker. I am not a killer. I am a human being. That is what I am. And human beings have feelings. It's like you had to pretend to act like you had to pretend to act like the victim just to get me in trouble because you obviously don't like me. Well, I can honestly care less if you like me or not. But how about, like, for once in your goddamn life, quit trying to, like, lie your way out of shit. It's like, my God, dude. I'm sorry, guys, for ranting like that. I had to get that shit out off my chest. It was, like, bottled up inside still. And I honestly gotta feel better. Honestly gotta straight up feel better. Now, back to my dad. It's like I've called you up once, well, numerous times this month and last month, but I've called you up just this one time, just this 1 year, and name how many times you ever been there for me. Name how many times you ever paid for, like, child. You know what? No, never mind. That is a conversation for another time. I don't want to put too much of my personal shit out there, you know, for people to use. Like, no. But it's like, name one time you ever been there for me when I was a kid. Name one time you ever came to visit me. Yeah, sure, like, my other family's been there. My cousins, Shanice and Isaiah, my brother and sister, Terrell and Shanae, my grandmother and granddad, your mom and dad, like, but my grandmother and granddad, Uncle Avery, Uncle Rabbit, Booma, like, all of them, including Aunt Jennifer. Name one time you've ever been there for me in your entire damn life, dude. Name one goddamn time. Oh, that's right. You can't, can you? Because you've been away for as long as I have lived, ever since I was born in that hospital. You have never been there. Not once. Have you ever been there for me? You may have paid child support one time, but that was one time, dude. One time. It's like, name one time in your entire existence have you ever been there. Well, you know what? No. I take that back because he has been there at my graduation. Okay, great. I'm happy. I really am. But my cousin Shanice, my sister Shanae, my dad's girlfriend. It's like, my dad has been there at my graduation. Fine. But it's like, name plenty of other times you ever been there. My birthday parties. When I pretty much got evicted from Briar Creek. You can't, can you? Because you've never been there. It's like, I don't know, like, most teenagers are angry with their dads because most dads would never be there for them. Most dads would always be running off doing dumb, crazy shit. Or just, like, to get away. But then again, most dads would always be there for a child, or the thing is, like, they can't be there because they have other responsibilities. But it's like, family comes first, especially fathers and sons. They come first, dude. And it's like, I know, like, he's just, like, speaking his mind and all, saying that that's some bullshit, that I didn't call my, grandmother on Christmas, but it's like, dude, I do not have a working phone, so how could I have called? Mom wouldn't let me use her phone, so how could I have called? It's like, my God, dude. Like, they said that they had plenty of gifts for me. I don't even know if he's gonna bring them now. It's like, a few minutes ago, my mom literally said, fuck him, man. Like, he's, like, pathetic. He is pitiful. I don't even know, like, he said that he had gifts for me. I don't even know if he's still gonna bring them. He'll probably tell my grandmother, however, that my mom went off on his ass because he's like berating me for not calling them on. Well, you know what, dude? You know, fuck what? I've been through a lot of shit. I really have. I've lost an aunt last year due to like a blood clot to the heart. A fucking blood clot to the heart. Do you even know how that feels? I know that like I was not that close to her, but she was still family, dude. It's like, you really think I don't think about that shit? It's like, my God. Maybe I'm talking crazy. Like, maybe I am. But it's like, he thinks that I'm some kind of monster who doesn't care about his family, who only cares about what he wants and what he needs. Well, dude, I am not like that, okay? It's like, if I honestly gotta have $5,000 right now, I would put at least half of it towards me getting an apartment for myself or even a house so I can live independently. Because I'm 18 now. I need a job. I need to go to college. I understand that. It's like, my entire family, mainly my dad, my grandmother, and my mom have been like shoving that down my fucking throat ever since I've graduated from high school. That I need to get a job, that like I can either get a job or go to college. It's like, I'm just right now taking time off, you know, from all that. So it's like, it's not like I'm lazy. I always do like proactive stuff. I even like cook and clean. It's like my cousin Simone, she intends to live like a pig, like treat any room that she lives in like a fucking pigsty, dude. Do you even know what that's like? To have roaches pick off scraps of crumbs that you leave behind. Like one day, like me and my auntie literally had to like literally clean the friggin' living room, dude. It was like disgusting as fuck. The work, like by far the hardest days I've ever had. You know what? No, maybe maybe I am talking crazy. Like maybe, you know, but it's like maybe he's not calling me a monster or anything. But dude, don't berate me because because ever since I was born, you have never been there. Well, I mean, you have been there in the hospital, you know. He has been there at least 2 times for me. 2 times. Well, actually, no, a few times, actually. He took me out to dinner for graduation. He came to my graduation. He was there at the hospital when I was born. But it's like, ever since I've been growing up, you have not been there, dude. You've been away. And even... Well, you know what? No. I take that back. He has been there a few times. Only a few times. But that is it. It's like, I don't even know if I ever want to talk to him about my manhood problems because I'm afraid that he's probably not gonna take it seriously. And plus, I would be a little bit embarrassed to tell my dad about my, well, you know, manhood problems. Alright guys, I've talked your head off long enough. Don't forget to leave a like in this video. Tell me how you fought. I just needed to vent on camera to get some of that out. Like, this is the first time I ever talked to you guys about personal family shit. So, like, subscribe, favorite, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Love y'all to death, and peace.